Hello and welcome to Intercontinental Group of Awesome and I-95 Games as we play Urban Shadows. Urban Shadows is from Magpie Games. We aren't shills for them. We just like their games by Mark Diaz-Truman and Andrew Medeiros. We have set this in London, and this is the third session. The first one was mostly character creation with brief scenes. Second session last week was a whole lot of play. This week will be the end cap to the mini series. We're going to be taking a break for 3 weeks. So this is the only game in the month of April, I believe. And then we'll come back to this in May. And of course, the most exciting news about this game is that I'm not running it. Alex is our MC. So Alex, please take it away.
I think I might do the traditional throw straight back at you and introduce your character, and also we did the starter session move in chat and just before we started. So if you can announce the kind of debts that you gained from that.
I am playing Moonkip, who is a Korean living in London, or maybe he's an Englander. I don't know. He's a revenant. That is the archetype or playbook that he is. He was killed on KillTube, which is this mesh network YouTube-like thing with all the darkest parts of the human depravity. Moonsik was brought back by a daemon that lives inside a dog's body, and the dog is called Murky. He can speak. Murky can speak to Moonsik. Sorry, I say Moonkit, but Moonsik. But nobody else can hear Murky as far as Moon knows. Moonsik has some friends, and he's currently living in Imogen's place, and also, he occasionally will do deliveries and procure things for Shadi Barzani. In the rumors, I was told to highlight mortality, and the rumor that I got was that the Hornchurch Cricket Club has been patrolling the streets of London with their cricket bats, hunting someone or something. And I got out of that a few debts. First, Mohammed has a debt. I have a debt on Mohammed, who is a member of the Hornchurch Cricket Club. And it's a pretty simple thing. What Moonsik did is he distracted the cops so that Mohammed would not be arrested after, I'm thinking, maybe doing some kind of monster hunting related thing. The other thing that we resolved is that I owe a debt to the Remingtons, who are the hunters, the mortal hunters that were mentioned in the last session, brother and sister team. I owe them another target since they did not attack Raven, Raven being the sire for Imogen. And so Raven owes me for that. Anything else you want me to cover, Alex?
No, that's nothing else.
Okay, there's Moonsik.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like I unmuted and then I remuted and unmuted and remuted and like yeah. Hi, I'm playing Sadi. Now I'm blanking on the last name. Yay. Shadi Barzani. She is the Scholar playbook. And she's a trader in just generic old stuff, but also arcane items. And she's at the moment carrying around a comb that used to belong to a god or something. And in the I was told to highlight knights because that was the only thing that could still be highlighted. And I was curious to see what was going to happen with the ghosts that were gathering, the ghosts that were appearing in larger numbers in the streets. So they seem to be looking for something or someone. And that was my last highlight, which means I got to take an advance, for which I took the move Expert Negotiator.
Awesome. And that brings us, and yes, you don't get into apply any debts because you rolled a miss. We'll deal with that a bit later. And that brings us to Jen.
Yep. I'm playing Imogen Ornament of Vamp. You know me, I have a nightclub called the Killing Jar. It's pretty sweet. Continue to have people coming into my spaces and negging me. And the rumor that I got word of was that one of the local wizards has cracked the code on immortality, either giving it or taking it away. Nobody's 100% sure. I heard this from a apprentice wizard named Tisha, who I caught peddling charms in the Killing Jar, and in return for intimidating her and letting her then get off with just a gentle ear tugging instead of an ass whooping, I got that rumor. And I also owe someone a debt. That someone is Dagda,
The
Dagda, a much depleted deity who has, for some reason, put the Killing Jar under his protection. I basically just have to let that happen, because telling gods what to do doesn't usually work.
Yeah. Something else I wanted to mention, but oh yes, does the Killing Jar have somebody who works as a bouncer, or is just having a vampire there enough? Usually,
I mean, we've got a couple of bouncers because we're a real ass nightclub, and you know, the normies don't need to know.
Yeah.
So,
and are they just normal human bouncers? Yeah. Okay.
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly.
You know, I'm open to employing other sorts of bouncers for other sorts of problems, but
yeah. And you have your ghouls. Are they something that is more formidable than a human?
yeah, a bit.
Okay. So we established that they were resurrected through.
Yeah.
They were kept alive through your blood. Or,
well, they were resurrected by my blood.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I wouldn't say that they're ridiculously stronger than a human, but they are stronger than a human.
Yeah, there's a bit of a zombie type resistance to damage.
Yeah, the oh shit, what's up with you is definitely the damage resistance thing, because you can punch them several times and they'll just no-sell it.
Yeah, you can put some pretty grievous damage on them and they can, walk it off a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, in general, I don't use them for bouncing.
Yeah.
Maybe Jordan puts in a few shifts if we're tight. I think it's funny if one of my bouncers is a werewolf, just because.
Well, just because that goes in the character in our NPC sheets then. But I mean, they wouldn't use their werewolfing at work.
Of course not. That's against the rules.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure werewolves have a little bit more just natural resistance and toughness and
A little bit more in the tank.
Yeah.
Also,
Even
I
when
feel
they're-
like they can read a room pretty well.
Yeah.
Be like, that person's spoiling for a fight.
Yeah.
I'm going in that direction.
They get the kind of all the pheromones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely have heightened senses even in human form, I think.
Yeah.
They are, Shadi, we left her on a bit of a cliffhanger. You were heading home. You'd actually got this comb thing that was causing all this fuss.
Mm-hmm.
We to avoid too much mystery bullshit. It was a lot of people were hunting for this thing. A lot of people quite a few of the scholars had information that a World War II veteran had it at least one at some time, and were trying to track it through him. And quite a few people now know that it passed from him to another scholar, Lady Morlov. And yes, and that's where Shadi got it from.
Yep.
And at the very least, Raven knows about it. I can't remember if we established anyone else gaining that information.
I think so.
I think there was...
I think Brother Eric was also looking for it, at least.
He at least he was up to the point of the veteran had it, and yeah, I think there was he suspects, but unlike him, Raven knows where it went and seems to have found out where it's gone again, because your bag, which has a name, Jesper. Just gave you a big, hefty, ornate cross.
Yes.
And as you were catching glimpses of something moving in the night sky along the edges of the buildings, as you were heading towards your flat.
I look around a bit more nervously, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure what the Jesper is trying to tell me here, but I'm sure it's not good.
Yeah. Are you... What's your play here? Obviously, something is following you. You've definitely got the feel something's following you.
Yeah. Let's see. Like, I'm trying to see if there's a move for it, but it doesn't seem to be a one that's.
I mean, are you trying to run away? Are you trying to...
I'm definitely speeding up my pace a bit.
Yeah.
But trying not to look too worried.
Yeah. You wanting to kind of give yourself a bit more time. Are you trying to keep you cool?
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
That is spirit. Spirit is 0, so it's a 5-0. Oh goody.
So many windows. Okay.
And that's a 6.
Flat 6?
Just a flat 6.
Okay.
The dice are not with me today.
Yeah, you feel like a smack against your wrist as that cross just goes is cast away. And Raven is standing there, which is already got her arms behind her back, kind of composed herself.
I am like definitely nervous, but also try to compose myself a bit again. I'm like, Raven.
a cross. You offend me.
Well, I promise you honestly that that was not something that I would have pulled out if I had known it was you.
Should we
And
go
I
somewhere?
it's like look like I give like a side eye to Jesper, like
Hmm.
what can I help you with?
You've been visiting friends today, haven't you, Shardy?
I usually do. Yes. What are you implying?
You have it, don't you?
I have what?
We're going to have to talk in circles around it. The comb. You have the comb.
No. Why would I have it? I'm still looking for it.
I know where it went. I know who had it last. And I
Okay.
know she doesn't have it anymore.
So who had it last then?
The late Lady Morloff.
Late even.
Yes, Shardy.
And I look at Jesper going like, I can see what you were doing now, yes. So I guess you want that little trinket very badly then if you killed someone over it.
She holds out her hand and just, yes.
Let's see.
It's like the street is just, it's a little side street. It's kind of just off the main road. You can see like quite far away. You can see cars going by and people walking by. But this is, from an outside observer, this just looks like two people standing in the street talking. Nothing's going to attract attention.
And I don't suppose you're willing to take anything else.
You have it. You're going to give it to me. And then you can walk away alive.
Who's to say that you're not going to kill me anyway?
Well, that is a worry, isn't it?
And who's to say that if you kill me, that you're going to find it?
I've killed one person already and didn't get my hands on it. I don't think it's going to weigh my soul down particularly.
I sort of look over to the side to where the cross is lying. And
she'll follow that look.
Mm-hmm.
She's like looking away from you now and like, that's awfully far to run. What kind of shoes does Shadi wear?
I mean, it's low-heeled, fairly
Yeah.
comfortable shoes.
Okay.
And
those aren't exactly trainers.
And then I look at her shoes.
I'm sure she has high heels. Like,
Yes.
I think she, yeah.
I think I will reach into Jesper.
And is there a move for Jesper?
No, not really.
Oh.
I don't think so. Let's see.
I know it's
I mean, it's got a mind of its own. But I'm basically just like I pull out something and I don't know what yet. Throw it at her and then try to escape.
What do you find? Oh, I need a second. I think it is a case. It isn't the case that the comb was in. It's something else. It's a similar size, and I want a escape roll.
Yes. Which is on blood, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a -2. Okay. Well, and I roll 12, so that's a 10. Yay! Whew.
And you can choose one.
Yeah.
Or you have to choose one.
Yeah, I have to choose one. Let's see.
If you want the based nature, I would allow it to be something nastier than just a distraction.
Oh, I'm definitely going to give into my base nature. Yeah, this is definitely a situation that calls for it. I will mark corruption.
Yeah, you. Do you just flee before you even look what it was?
Yeah, I don't even like. I don't even look back. I will listen to what happens.
You hear like just the relaxed step towards something, and like that was the wise choice, Shardy. And then like this little click, and then you just for a second you get this flash of light hitting like the back of you, kind of putting shadow out in front of you, and just this screech of pain, and swearing, fucking bitch, and
I'm legging it.
yeah, but yeah, it's that light, and then just the smell of burnt meat. But you get away, and either you finished her off, or she's in no
I don't
condition to
think so.
chase.
No.
Yeah, and yeah, so you get away and back to your flat.
Like put all the locks in and sort of stand there with my back against the door, going. And then pet Jesper like, good boy.
Okay. Moonseek and Imogen. Is there something? Do you have a scene in mind? Something you like? Something you want to follow up with?
I think it would be a really brief conversation, but Moonseek would definitely want Imogen to know about the threat to her sire. Like, I saw that, so I think maybe there could be a brief conversation. I'm not entirely sure that Moonseek knows that is her, that Imogen's sire is Raven,
I mean,
so.
I would think it would, because I mean,
I think word would get around.
yeah, and it feels like, you know, without Moonseek knowing the exact nature of their relationship, which isn't great, I think I can imagine him going, "Oh, it's Imogen's sire. Imogen is my friend. I will protect her sire."
Okay, cool.
Yeah, without him knowing, it's kind of a. It doesn't work.
Okay, cool. I'd never want to assume, oh, my character knows everything. But yeah, that does read. It makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Is that a whole scene, or do we just establish, hey, I told you that? It's up to you. What do you think?
Let's give it a shot as a scene. If it doesn't really go anywhere, then it doesn't go anywhere and keep it off.
I would also like to. Do you have a secret? Somebody you want a secret from? Because you have a web.
No, that's true.
Yeah, you totally
almost
use
forgot that.
Start a session. Learn a secret about them they'd rather have buried. And yeah, a secret about Raven would be really good right about now.
Oh yeah, Moonseek is in here. Cool. Of course. I think I need a little bit of time to think, but I would like to throw in a scene. I'd like to set up your scene where you, Moonseek and Imogen, I mean, you're now currently living in the same place. Would the scene be there? Or do we want to introduce one of our sets?
I would like to see we could do a Killing Jar intro, but did you have a particular
gone somewhere
place?
Quiet in them? Or would you have, I mean, this could be daytime.
Oh, gee. Daytime.
There might not be no one there.
It's true.
What do you want?
It's daytime. We're in the Killing Jar. More of the lights are on. So it has a very different atmosphere. Let's see, my ghouls, Varia, Jordan, and Jocelyn, are tidying up and installing a new couple of exhibits. We rotate some of them around.
So you get, it
fresh.
So one of them walks by with one of these curiosities, Victorian curiosities of taxidermy, something, possibly stitched together from multiple animals, possibly something real.
Yep.
Do you have seating in the kind of side seating in this the kind of dance floor area?
Yeah, there's always seating. There's always some place to sit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
one of them's at the bar and is like going through receipts and the till, making sure everything is in order.
Yep, there's somebody doing barback duty and cutting up lemons and limes.
Yeah. Getting ready
doing
for the
prep
night.
work. Yep. And I am probably going over a clipboard and checking on scheduling and so on.
Moonseek would come in, look around at all the activity. Imogen, is this a bad time?
No, sit down.
I noticed that you mentioned yesterday that you're having problems with your sire. She was asking a bit too much of you. I wasn't sure if she'd shared with you that there were a pair of hunters who were following her.
Yeah, I just feel like I need to wash my hands when you say sire like that. Sorry.
Raven? Should I just say Raven? Is that
You can
easier?
just say Raven. That helps me quite a bit.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Raven has a pair of hunters who were on her trail. I assumed that you would want that to not happen. So I convinced them there were better prey to hunt. The Remingtons, have you seen them before?
I don't know. Should I put a face to a name here?
Oh yeah, do it.
Yep. It's rolling with the faction of
Rolling with mortality.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yes.
Choose the mighty one. All right, so that's an 8.
Yeah, you know what most people know about them.
Yeah.
Brother and sister hunters from Ireland. I think roll the dice for who's the older sibling who tries to at least be in charge. I didn't assign a number for which one, so boy, girl, there we go. Boy, yeah, the brother is the one who tries to at least is the older one by they're twins. He's the older one. They are known to be more in it for the thrill of the hunt rather than the kind of moral belief that they're doing good.
Yeah. They're like, look at that. I just killed a vampire. That was challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they tend to try and up their stakes. So, no pun intended.
So yeah, I'll roll around that news in my head a little bit and go, Much as I don't like the Remingtons, that might not have been the best decision, Moonseek.
Really? First of all, I don't dislike the Remingtons. I know much worse people. Why do you think? I'm curious. Was that a bad call?
I'm fairly sure that Raven's the person who's been dumping the most Bitcoin on Killtooth.
Murky's ears perk up. We should follow up on this.
I learned that from Jocelyn just a few hours ago.
You trust Jocelyn?
Well, she's my ghoul, so if I can't trust her. Who can? You might
Fair.
want to corroborate first, but
We should talk to Raven.
Yes, I think I should corroborate. That is a good idea. Thank you very much. I still think you should consider, if you want your Raven to be harmed, you have forever with her. I'm sure you can make amends. That said, I will be having a conversation with her about this kill tube business.
certainly if you learn anything more about where those lads might be found, let me know. I have a neighborhood watch sort of interest.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you.
That he'll be going.
Scene, I
Murky.
think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the scene ended like Murky already at the door. Like, we have a mission.
Yep. Oh, and then I walk back to the bar and maybe grab something that could be a snack for Murky, and then I'll be feeding him treats as we go.
He will, with great restraint, appreciate them.
Very dour appreciation. I like it.
Where? Let's see. Yeah. Sorry, this beeping. There, it's gone. Shardy.
Yes.
What is your play here? You have the comb.
Uh-huh. I think the first thing I'm going to do once I've caught my breath probably is first to grab like a glass of brandy or something. Just calm my nerves a bit.
Yeah.
And then I pull out the case with the comb. And I open it up. And I study it a bit.
I mean, just from looking straight at it, it is like the design is very much like a feather. Seen from possibly from bone, or is it just a kind of calcified in some way feather? And one side, it is the teeth of a comb.
I'm also trying to appraise it. When you appraise an arcane object, roll with mind. On a hit, ask them 2 questions. On a 10 plus, ask 2. I just rolled. I rolled an 11. Plus mind is 13.
So you get to ask 2.
Yes.
I would also like to know your appraisal. Is this books? Do you have? Is this called people to get?
I'm grabbing some books, and but I was also looking at the private collection move, but that's I think more to examine a mystery or something. But it's gonna be a bit of a mix of the two, I guess. But I think appraisal is probably more appropriate. But yeah, I'm going over books, going over similar items, trying to find out more. I think I'll start with what secrets or powers does this object contain?
I believe it is the power of travel, not mundane travel. Like, holding it is not going to make you fly, but travel between realms, between barriers,
All right.
between
And then
between the veil of life and death, between.
My second question will probably be, who knows more about this object or its powers?
This is an object of the divine. This is like this is something like a god gives another god. This is like, Odin giving, crafting Mjolnir for his son. So this is something you would need a god.
I don't have one.
I'm not saying your god, I'm just saying a god. I think like all the books kind of just any hints lead to just, this is describe what it can kind of vaguely do in.
Yeah.
But there's nothing concrete coming up in the books and the research you've got.
I think I might have to contact someone with a different network. Maybe Imogen might know where to find someone.
Oh. Yeah, so do we have a scene with Imogen and God? When do you meet up? Is this the next day?
I think I'll definitely call ahead first and just go like, could we meet? I have need of some information.
Does Imogen reply?
Convenient for you, of course. Imogen.
Oh, you're calling me. Sorry. Spaced out. I slept good. That's my excuse. So I'm like, sure, it's daytime, so I'm afraid you'll have to come to me, of course.
Yes. If you forgive me, I'll give it another hour or so. I've had a little bit of a run-in with a mutual acquaintance of ours. Want to make sure that she's not lurking around my house. I'll tell you more when I get there.
All right. Well, good luck. I'll make use of the time.
And I'll be carefully looking out my window and eventually probably rush to my car. Normally I would probably take the tube for this, but it's like, no, and I don't feel comfortable walking to the underground. and I'll
Yeah, you
over.
drive through the city. It's it takes a while, but you get there and manage to find one spot amongst rows and rows and rows of cars to park in.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, well,
I mean, I assume that the Killing Jar has a lot, right? Or
Oh, yeah.
a garage next to it.
Then it does.
Yeah.
Which of those do you think?
Awesome.
Probably a garage. I mean, this is London. It's a dense city.
Yeah.
I feel like not many places have lots. Although
Yeah,
I haven't been.
That seems an odd use of space.
Yeah, like street parking and garages seems like all they've got.
Yeah. Unless you're like a supermarket that's got, serious foot traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the better. Then I don't have to walk in the streets too much.
Yep.
Yeah, you just have to go through the dark garage that covers, the sun.
Yep. So yeah, it's daytime. We're not open. The building's locked up, but you bang on a door and there's a pallid-looking ghoul that gazes into the little window gap and opens up for you.
Yeah. Imogen is expecting you.
Yes, good. Like you can tell that Shadi is definitely ill at ease at the moment and like looking over her shoulder or much. And...
It gestures you to wherever you set up.
Yeah, I'm set up.
Rooms.
Huh?
In your VIP rooms.
So yeah, I'm in the operating theater. Yep, and it's still largely the same as it was back in the days when it was actually used to teach people different kinds of surgeries and so on.
So kind of a quarter circle of stacked benches.
Right.
With a table in the middle.
Yep.
Possibly still set up. Yeah.
Yeah, the original table is there, but it's not mounted anymore. It sort of moves forward and back because that area is a performance area or a dance floor, depending. And there's a small sort of DJ booth in the corner for those kinds of occasions. But yeah, I'm there at the table with more paperwork that I'm going over. And probably the box that I got from the Veterans Estate Auction. And also on the table is what's Shadi's favorite cocktail?
Cocktails. I'm not good at cocktails. A cosmopolitan. I don't know.
All right. A fresh, chilled cosmopolitan. It has not been there long enough for the condensation to start to drip.
Miss Horniman.
Shadi.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice.
Of course, no worries.
I was hoping that you could help me with some of your contacts. I seem to have gotten myself into a bit of a tiff.
Would it have to do with Lady Morlove?
I've heard that she's dead, yes. It's
really?
definitely related to that.
Go on.
Well, Lady Moore, you didn't know about her death.
Mm-mm.
Well, Raven is the one that claims responsibility for that.
I see.
And well, it's relating an item that I've recently acquired from Lady Morlove, Madam Morlove. And well, I for one, I'm afraid that now that Miss Locke knows that I'm in its possession, she is now coming after me. So there's one problem. And I would like to know more about the nature of the item, which seems to be divine in nature.
Ugh. They used to be my favorite, and now they're my least. Let's go upstairs.
Yes, I think that might be wise.
And like, I think literally, I go to a back wall and I find a candle sconce on the wall and I like pull on it. And like one of the wood
classic.
panels is like, shh. And does the thing. And that's how you get to the living quarters.
So to be clear, we've defined that your living quarters are in this building.
I have a set of living quarters in this building
Okay.
that I only use when things are going to shit. I don't actually live within the building.
And this one is counted as part of your web.
Yes.
Oh, I'm definitely entered into your web.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I think just coming for the
she's coming to me for advice, and that's web enough.
Yep.
Yep. So going deeper is not a problem. So yeah, we go inside and living quarters. You know, you're sure there are windows behind some of the heavy velvet drapery, but there's not really any sunlight coming from them. After a moment of basically letting you stumble forward with your cosmopolitan, I'm like, oh, sorry, and turn on the light.
Thank you.
And lining the walls are like combination curio cabinets and bookcases. Usually it's the higher up, it's glass cases with different specimens inside. All of these are genuine, even the ones that look supernatural.
I can sort of imagine that's like one or two of the items in there you all probably got through Shadi.
Probably you recognize a few things. There are a few things you don't recognize, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
And I start just tracing my finger along the spines of different books. So what sort of divine origin? Where are we looking?
Well, what I found is a comb, and what I know at the moment is that the Excalibur group is, well, they're looking to find it and have contacted me for that. But before I go to them, I would like to know more about it, because considering the lengths that Raven is willing to go for it, it seems that perhaps I should not be trading it away so willy-nilly.
It's best to know the value, certainly, before you go into negotiations. Yeah, Shadi, are you cashing in a debt?
Let's see.
Actually, you kind of... No, you can.
Let's see. Let me think. Oh, I need to look at my debts with you. I only have one debt on you.
It does, isn't there two? There's the
Right.
Imogen has been tipping you off to your enemy's tactics, but then you
Shadi relies on me for her fix.
Yeah, that's. Oh wait, I guess those are both me. I'm just like weighing your debt.
yeah.
That's because the
Yeah, I
one
just
point.
realized. Yeah, that one is a -1, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the one and then I was like reading it and like
Yep.
that doesn't seem like she owes you for that.
Oh. Right. So.
Yeah.
I can't cash it in debts apparently.
And you can do any manner of things to her with your from that list of debts.
Yes.
Just worth having a little browse of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the move real quick.
I think while you're talking, Shadi, you notice a figure, not fully corporeal, kind of off, looking at one of the cabinets of items, kind of like they look kind of mildly puzzled, and then they just walk through the wall and they're gone.
I'm paging through it while this happens.
I will probably say something along the lines of you have other guests? A ghost, I think.
I've had one around for a few days now. Not quite sure what to do about it. Anyhow, if I have something about this comb in my library, you're welcome to research. In return, though,
Yes, of course.
Do you know of any leverage that the Excalibur group might have over Raven right now?
Well, it might be related to the comb, I say. Considering that they are interested in it, and she is.
I just wonder if she's interested in it for herself or for them.
I'm curious about that. Perhaps we should try to find out.
I sort of give you a moment's additional glance as I try to suss out if you're bullshitting me or not. Since I'm cashing in a debt, I know.
Mm-hmm. I'm not bullshitting, so.
So that's always good. I'm quite displeased with Raven lately.
You've had issues with her as well.
Yes, well, for starters, she thinks being older than me makes her smarter than me, and that's always a mistake and annoying. to followers and throwing her money places where I'd really rather it not be. Using some of her other childer to make that happen. So I suppose I should, I could always rattle around one of my vampire siblings and see what they know.
Well, I think that we have to look. Please to take no offense, but I think we have to look higher up.
Do you want me to follow you around like a puppy dog until Raven tries to kill you again?
No, I mean, if we're looking for more information, this might be something not so much. I think it's more something between the Excalibur group and Raven, and not so much something about Raven herself.
Well, I don't know anybody in the Excalibur group, although I do know a young wizard who owes me a favor. Now, once again, it's daytime, so that's going to have to wait for me.
Of course.
Unless I would like every crow in London to try and take some of my hair off. Which is what happened last time.
That sounds unpleasant.
But you're welcome to my library in the meantime.
Well, thank you very much. I'll gladly see if there's anything in yours that perhaps is lacking in mine.
Very well. And I sit down in the library because I trust you to look at the books, but I don't trust you to not take any with you.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I'm going to, meanwhile, just investigate a place of power.
Excellent. Yeah, that's rolling with knights.
Yep.
And this is an actual
remark it.
Yeah, you get to remark it. You can unmark all that stuff. Yeah.
Yep, I had already done that. That's a 5. It doesn't say what happens on a miss, huh?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So you try and like browse to kind of try and get a feel of this place.
Trying to get a feel of the place, and also, of course, trying to see if there's anything that might be interesting. But
what's your kind of next move after this? You know, you come here. You've
I'm trying to look at like good moves, but
I mean, you
very
hitting the streets to find something. I mean, that's
I guess
a person or a thing or information.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
I guess. Yep.
I think before you will move to Moonseek, but what are you trying to find? What do you want now?
I am mostly looking for an immortal, I suppose, that can give me more information about the comb and why it's so important.
Okay.
Immortal or someone close enough to them.
And who would you go to for this to try and get information on this? Like who? I mean, would this be somebody in your network? Do you think you could talk to, or
I mean, like Brother Eric might be interesting.
yeah. Well, I think I guess you'd have to drive. You brought the car. I think as you go to the garage, you pass another figure who, pale, this time a young girl, and you see her noticeably following you with her gaze as you walk by. And as you pull out, you see 3 or 4 of these almost, if you weren't kind of looking, you might not even notice them in the daylight, apparitions on the sidewalk, just watching you drive off.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, before I go, of course, I will thank Imogen for her time and for letting me. Thank you for letting me use your library.
Of course, thank you for the updates. I'm sorry about your associate.
Well, we were not very close.
Who is?
I will keep you updated on this, though. I think this, considering your own relationship with Raven, this might be relevant to you.
Well, a tiny bit of bookkeeping. Did you mark, is that corruption from before Shadi, or is this the one corruption you got, is that from when you threw out an item to...
Yeah, that was from the item.
Yeah. And... No. Oh, but you had also, you were exploiting people with your knowledge of the arcane, with your selling things, weren't you?
Yes, that's true.
I'm gonna put that too, because I'm a gracious MC. I'll do that for you.
That's done.
And I'm very quickly. Nope. And nope. I was just checking corruption moves. Moonseek. You had a task. You had a mission.
Indeed, a mission to see Raven. Daytime, just to my benefit.
Yes.
Don't have my phone.
You hitting the streets?
I think I am.
Roll with night.
If only she were wild. I'm actually good with night, so. Except when I roll snake eyes. Wow.
You head out into the streets, Murky at your heel. You were you gonna go take the tube? What was your plan? I think you start to kind of move into the crowd of the tube when you hear somebody, a young guy, and he's like, bullshit. I told you it was bullshit. And you hear the voice, and you hear somebody else like, what were you on about? And the voices are getting closer, aren't they? definitely coming towards you, kind of arguing, and like, you, yeah, you. And you feel a hand kind of grab you on the shoulder and kind of fairly rudely turn you to face them.
Turn around, calm. Imagine he's probably shorter than these guys, so he looks up.
Yeah. One of them's like, yep, see, told you. It's all bullshit. It's just After Effects and shit.
Are you talking about that video?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I knew it was fake. I mean, you could tell.
It's fake. I've been trying to have that taken down for a while. It's bothersome, people thinking you're dead.
Whatever. You shouldn't go around posting stuff if it's not real.
I didn't post it, idiot.
No, he's getting a huff.
Why are you watching a kill tube? What do you get out of it?
Free country.
You want to watch people die? Is that what you're interested in?
Is this a move?
I don't know. He's trying to let this go, but
Yeah,
really pretty. This is definitely a very close to home kind of conversation. And perhaps he's trying to figure them out.
yeah.
He's definitely not persuading them to not ever watch KillTube again, as much as trying to understand. Okay, who are you idiots?
Okay.
Great. I'm great with mind. And by great, I mean -2. Yeah, that would be a 3.
They they're bigger than you, and they look down and like, yeah, like we have to explain ourselves to you. You're the one lying on the internet. And he just shoves you in the shoulder. He's got a slight smile on his face. Like,
Yeah, I hit him. I totally hit him.
I think you've got some special hitting moves.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
No.
So when you go into battle, Vigilante, when you go into battle, roll with blood. I assume 2 guys, he's now made it a battle, so okay.
If you choose it to be a battle, you make it a battle.
Let me look at my options, because, okay. Disable, disarm, okay. Redirect attack. Yeah, I totally want it. This is now a battle. You have made it a battle. Foolish, foolish mortal thug. All right, I'm rolling with blood. And to be clear, blood is a 2. That is a 13. Wow.
You hold 3. You.
Jeez. Okay, I will disable the guy who's talking to me, but only after he tries to slug me back.
Yeah.
Like the first punch is just this is definitely on. Then I want to redirect his attack to his buddy, then disable him.
Yeah. So he kind of swings for you, and he's not quite sure, but he ends up knocking out his friend. And then he sees that, it's like, you little, and he goes in for I think he tries to go in for like headbutting you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Because I think it's just like he headbutts a dead man's head. It's not like my brain needs to be suspended within the skull.
Yeah.
So it's a moment, and then I think a couple of punches to his gut. Then when he doubles over, it's a quick elbow snap to his forehead to send him back, and then I'm on his chest, and with a single punch to knock him out, and then I'm gonna steal his phone because I don't have a phone.
You hear a, "Oi, you! Stay right there!" And you see uniformed
Nice.
constable.
Cool. I don't know if I grabbed the phone in time, but I'm going to take off.
Yeah, no, that roll, you.
Okay.
You've got one hole to spend to just get out of there.
Okay, I'll do that. I want GTFO, and I guess I'm not taking the tube.
Yeah. Yeah, do you pull that same maneuver that you did last time? You just basically disappear into the crowd.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, you hear that kind of groaning, and one of the constables stopping over the, like, "You okay, lads?" I'm just, well, from the one of them, I think the one who got like knocked out first is kind of vaguely rising. The one who threw that punch, and you comboed him. He's out cold.
Cool.
Murky's like keeping pace beside you. It's like, that was not needed.
You're right. It wasn't. It was unnecessary and wastes some of our time. You weren't much of an assistant, though. A growling dog might have diffused the situation.
It was not the mission.
Well, now it will take longer to finish the mission because of your inaction. Keep that in mind. Be a good dog.
It kind of looks at you, eyebrow raised. Like, really?
It's worth a shot.
It is worth remembering that while I inhabit the body of a dog, I am not a dog. It would behoove you to remember that.
Okay. Try to keep it in mind as I feed you dog snacks and you eat them.
Oh.
Cool. Now that I have a phone, I think I would probably try to use it to text. I don't know if I can unlock it. I don't know how much security is on this phone. I'm about to sneeze.
I think
it's okay if I can't use the phone. That's the thought that occurred to him. It's like, hey, I'll take this phone.
I'm just trying to think of, like, I mean, you are a supernatural being. Is there more than just this kind of physicality to it? And you could let it out. I imagine some sort of to take definite hold or something, just kind of lean into the powers of, you're almost a ghost. There is this, you are, I mean, what are you? It's unclear. You're somewhere in between.
Let it out and see if that will allow me to get in contact with Raven. Here we go. I'm rolling with Spirit, which is also a 2. And that is a 10. Goodness. I just need to stay in my lane. That's obviously what's going on.
You can have it and don't even have to mark corruption. Yeah, they kind of, unless you want any of the additional options. But I don't see how.
Yeah, I'm not going to mark corruption and I'll have it. That sounds good.
Yeah, it's a smartphone. It kind of, there's this momentary of like flickering static across the screen, and then it just unlocks for you as you will it.
Nice. Gonna keep that in mind for later. I'm going to call Raven, see if I can get her to meet me somewhere.
So yeah, you've got the number for Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You kind of it rings for a while before it answers, and there's a click. Yes, it doesn't sound exactly like Raven. There's a the mother of all sore throats.
Raven, is that you? This is Moonseek.
The zombie boy.
The person who saved you from a pair of hunters, yes.
Yes. What is it?
I need to meet with you. It's about the Remingtons. It's important.
I'm not exactly fit for visitors.
I happen to be a zombie boy. Just tell me where to find you.
Fine. She hangs up, but then a moment later, a dress pops in.
Okay. I will head there forthwith. I don't have any money, so I guess I'm walking.
As a group, where do we think Raven lives? What kind of... Because I don't think we've not defined that, I don't think. I mean, she is definitely one for melodrama.
I was just going to say, like an abandoned church, or...
I can definitely see that. Some sort of renovated... Oh, abandoned. Yeah, maybe like they're going the full I am a creature of the night. Or with candles and chair draped with crimson velvet. Yeah, I think that kind of goes with her image of herself and her shtick. Yeah, you finally get to this church. The door is just open, just a slither. These big double doors. Music.
I enter, looking around, making sure she isn't going to jump out at me, which I doubt, but you know.
Be sure to close that behind you.
I do.
You see the religious iconography has been all taken down. There's still the stained glass windows.
Nice.
They are covered in grime, so there's just that kind of vague light coming through. It just gives it enough light to see in, and the only other illumination are kind of one of those candle. It's like a standing lamp, except it ends with candles instead of a electric lamp on the top, and that's set up beside a chair, and sitting in the chair, draped in a crimson velvet, covering the face, and like with her hands sticking out, kind of on the armrest. That's blackened and wizened. What do you want, the zombie boy?
I'd like to talk about your interest in KillTube.
It amuses me.
Did you watch my video?
I tend not to sully myself with the day-to-day. I've heard rumors that you were a guest.
How much pull do you have with Kill2? Being a donor, I would imagine that you might have some contacts.
If I wanted to, I'm sure I could. I donated a fair sum to their funding.
I think you should want to. You spend your money as you will, but I have done you a service, and I am asking you to get me this access. Kill2 will lose 3 employees.
And will this be the end of our dealings?
If you satisfy that request, then I will consider that debt paid.
Fine. I wish to be left. Who would...
Sediment, I'd like for you to do a bit more. I'd like to have a meeting. You can show or not show. Since you like to be entertained, I will do my best to be entertaining for you as I destroy them.
She gets up from the chair, obviously slight limp, but keeps herself hidden, and goes over to I think one of a nice ornate set of drawers that is set up by a bed that's just 4-poster bed, just set, like everything of hers is set up on the kind of raised dais area of the church, with, you know, her bedroom is just open plan. And she goes to the chest. I'm sure I have, yes. You wish me to set up the meeting? You really are tiresome. This is not the day for this.
While she's doing that, I'd like to investigate a place of power.
Yeah. You're good with power.
Well, I mean... Oh, this isn't power. I would imagine this would be night.
Oh, so, no, I mean night, sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with night. Doesn't mean I'll roll well, because I've had 2 good rolls in a row. So
Yeah.
I'm good. Oh, I got a 9.
A 9. You can see that while there's a kind of loneliness to this abode, the chair, the seating, the benches, they still are set up, and you can see that they've been used. It's definitely somewhere that people come to meet. I think vampires being vampires, or at least ones that really go into the whole shtick, this might be where she meets with her children.
That's good to know.
There, it's done. Don't expect me to be there. As she closes the laptop.
Thank you.
And she like looks to the windows like, night can't come soon enough.
Seems a very lonely existence.
Said the zombie boy.
Well, I have Murky. He reaches down and scratches his ears. I have your child. She's my friend. Well, one of your children. How many do you have?
Enough.
Well, if, while I'm still here, you want to talk to someone, I would talk to you. You're interested.
Leave me.
Have a good day. And then he'll stroll out and close the door behind him.
I think you've you got forward in on a email to this phone with amongst the inbox that's bullshit 8chan notifications and crap, but one of the emails is discussing a meeting about possible extending more funds and a meeting place. Raven wouldn't want it to be her place. I think. Do we think it'd be a public space? Or.
Well, she knows what I want to do, so I would imagine
Yeah.
she did not she set this up to my advantage. So somewhere that's pretty private, I would think. I mean, she knows about the killing, so.
Yeah. I'm thinking some sort of what's the place where they process meat. There'd be hanging meat. There would be
some kind of abattoir of some kind.
Yeah.
I just want to say the word abattoir.
Yeah. There would be blood and, sometimes even vampires who are full into the, creature of the night. Just need a quick fix of blood. And we'll, And it's set for the next day.
Sounds good.
Let's have a bio break, and we'll get maybe a couple more scenes. I'll probably let it a bit long for a bio break, but
cool.
past. Meet back up.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Well, since we have Shadi here already, I would like to hear what I think I'd like a last scene each. In chat, we've discussed what Moonseek's last scene will be of the session, but I would like to know what Shadi's is. What is Shadi?
I think it would. I mean, she's definitely interested in trying to find out more about the comb still. So I think she's still going for probably Brother Eric. Or...
Okay. You're hitting the streets?
Yes, I suppose I am.
Unless you have any specific scholar moves. I know you have
Actually,
a lot of moves.
Well, there's a lot of moves, but a lot of them are very similar. So let me have a look.
I think there's something consulting your arcane network.
Right. Yes.
When you hit the streets to consult your arcane network,
yeah.
you roll with mind instead of mortality.
Which
but you mark mortality as normal?
Yes, but my mortality is also 2, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. But you do get an extra question, I think.
That's true. Or, you know,
or something else. Yeah.
I roll a 5. Well, I mean, I roll a 3, but which makes it a 5. I don't. Yeah, you know, I'll leave. It's a failure. I leave it to you.
So you go to where does Brother Eric? I imagine a pub. Does he run the pub? Does he own the pub?
Oh, probably.
Or is he just a fixture where?
I think he's probably behind the bar rubbing a glass.
Yeah, you step into the pub. It's super traditional English pub. There's some guys playing darts. There's old guys with caps with a dog by their lap, by their feet, drinking ale. And behind the bar, kind of chatting with one of the regulars, large, bearded man that you know as Brother Eric. And
yeah, I think I'll probably like take a stool behind the bar and wait for him to make time.
I just want to yeah. You see that he notices you, but he's like, he's giving the time to the regular. And then he just like, large, he doesn't have to lean forward to do this, but he just like pats the guy on the shoulder and like, you have a good one. And then turns to face you. Miss Bazzani?
So good to see you again. I'll have a pint of ale, please, Eric.
He raises an eyebrow like, This is a pretty fine one. Like, pulls and... Now, what brings you here?
Business, Eric. Business.
Always business.
You see, I've heard that you were looking after a certain item. Now, I'm looking for more information about that item. And why everyone is so interested in it.
Are you looking for a trade in information?
Yes, Eric. Of course. I will owe you something for this information, of course. Is there perhaps a specific item that you're looking for?
Well, a bloody comb for one thing.
Other than that.
Look, I'm a friendly guy.
Yes, you are. I mean, ask anyone in this bar, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. I let a lot slide. A lot. So just answer this honestly. This is calling in one of the debts. Do you know where the comb is?
I do. I know that there's people willing to kill for it too. If you heard about Madame Morlov.
Yeah. Nasty business.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty business.
Yes, especially since it was within the network.
You know who did it?
I do.
You're a fountain of knowledge, aren't you?
Well, I'm hoping I can share some knowledge with you and you can share some knowledge with me.
What do you want to know?
So this, oh, you know what it means, the code. I know it's used for transport somehow. What I don't know is why that's so important to people, that they're willing to kill for it. And that they're willing to pay the prices that they're willing to pay. I don't know where it travels to exactly, but I get the feeling that maybe you know a little bit more.
Tell you what. Since you're a fountain of knowledge, I'll tell you exactly who you need to go and to find out that. In exchange, you tell me exactly where the comb is now. I'm not saying this is a debt he's cashing in, but this is an offer he's making. He starts to clean or take one of the dirty glasses and wet glasses, starts to dry it off with a cloth.
Sure. But I want one reassurance. I want to be sure that you're also not willing to kill for it.
This feels like a kind of the persuading an NPC through.
I suppose it is, yes.
It's like promises and such.
Yeah. Let's see. Persuade goes on mind. No. Wow, it goes
It's
heart.
hard. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that sucks. I know. No, I fail. I rolled a 7 and -2.
What would be? The door to the pub opens. There's like a little ding ding bell bid. And a woman in a suit approaches the bar. Brother Eric? Shadi Bazani. Shadi, I would like you to come with us. There's a car waiting. It's the woman who you met when you were first offered this job.
Yeah, exactly. My employer.
Your employer. Now, wait a second. The item is still up in the wind. No one's claimed it yet. I want to know this deal is still open. And she just says, I'm sorry, but the item has been found. I'm sorry. Shall we? She says, gesturing to you.
I don't think I have much of a choice.
Excellent.
Damn it.
Um,
She mutters that under her breath, like, don't.
Oh, right. Not a huge amount of time left, but I want to know what.
I can go a bit longer.
Imogen. What's she up to?
I think that Imogen is off to see what Tisha is doing.
So you're hitting the streets.
think so. If only.
Are you
only I
waiting
would
till
do it
night,
for a
or
while. Huh?
are you waiting till night, or are you before you hit the streets, or are you?
I
Do you
mean,
feel
this is
this
for
is-
Raven's sake, so no, absolutely not. Why would I put myself out like that?
Yeah.
So let's see what the dice say.
You're rolling plus power.
Power? Yeah. So that's a 6.
You are going to see. No.
The Wizard's
I'm looking at the wrong-
Apprentice.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
looking at the wrong name. Tisha. People keep throwing 6s at me when I'm not quite expecting them. It's cruel.
What can I say? If this were an XP on fail game, we'd just be advancing left and right.
Yeah. I just have to quickly bring up the rumors. I want to see all the problems. Oh, there it is. How do you travel at night?
I mean,
How late are we thinking? Because there are last.
this
trains.
is like early sunset kind of stuff. And I'm driving around in my like 1980s model Avanti.
You're taking a shortcut through one of the streets that's you've picked up some tricks of how to avoid some of the traffic, and yeah, there is a line of figures blocking the road. The street light from it's hitting their back, so you can't see detail.
I turn my brights up, both to annoy them and to get a better look, maybe overcome the street light.
There is one grown man, dark-skinned, beard, very sharp suit, slightly old-fashioned suit, and a row of teenagers, boys and girls. They also in they're kind of suits with the kind of blazer and cricket bats. Behind you is a row. Is 3 other teenagers with cricket bats.
All right, well, it's a manual transmission vehicle. So I do that trick where you throw it into a lower gear while you have the brakes on and rev, and then throw it up to get a sudden burst of speed. And I gun it straight forward. I'm aiming primarily for the one who looks fully grown. If the teenagers don't get out of the way, that's sad.
So you're unleashing, you're not escaping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay.
So let's see what's what.
Roll with blood. Unless you have other moves.
All right, that is an 8.
On a hit, You inflict harm as established and choose one. And choose one from
Yeah,
and
on a
choose
hit.
one from below as well. From the
Yeah,
same
okay.
line.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll take something from them and receive some harm myself.
I mean, you could take their kind of the leader from the group.
Sure.
Or
Yeah, I'll toss his stunned ass in my car. Fine. That seems good.
okay. Yeah. So you're choosing that, and
then they probably slap me a couple of times with cricket bats while I get away. While I'm doing that.
yeah, I think you kind of managed to kind of take him, like sideswipe him, to kind of giving you time with the car in the way, and yeah, as you can pull him in, just like
Yeah.
I think I mean, you're a vampire. You're stronger than you can. Like one arm, probably just throw him into
Which is,
the car.
new to me, but fun.
And yeah, as you rev up again, the baseball bats start to like pound the side of the car. I think one of them probably gets on the hood and like smacks the front windscreen at least once before you. He probably gets knocked off as you drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of groaning as he's regaining consciousness. I really would like to squeeze in a quick Molly scene. So I'm going to be mean and leave you there. And Moonseek. So you've been given a meeting, or at least one of them. It was specifically it was Mungo. Is it Ignatius Mungo?
Sure.
I think
that's the one you want to hand over. That sounds
the hype man, the one who's
he would be the one who would do the PR. He's a social media guy.
Exactly. Yes, but it's not. It's not tonight.
No, not tonight. Imagine I don't want to continue to bother Imogen because she has, a club to run and all of that jazz. Since we requested it, and I am also interested in it, maybe I head out to find Molly Martins.
I mean, she's who you go to, But when, this is somebody you go to when it's not supernatural help. This is more of a. Is that how you characterize it? Somebody who you go to when it's kind of, what should I do, rather than how should I do it? Kind of. Does she have much knowledge of the supernatural?
That's a really good question. I imagine in my head, Molly is a mortal confidant. She's a person he has generally warm feelings towards because she went out of her way to try to help him. And so he very much wants to make sure that she's safe while he's still around.
So you can have cats company.
So, there's that. But she seems like a person who would find Killtube. She seems like she's a pretty inquisitive person. Maybe she's a little bit of a snoop.
This is more of an investigation than a interest, a hobby. Maybe.
Yeah, I think if Moonseek was mortal, he'd be interested in her, but he's not going to. Like, he doesn't want that to happen because he knows he's not long for the world and already dead, and he's not even sure how that works. So, yeah. Friend that I think he considers her a friend, and is a mortal confidant, like, so he could talk about normal things occasionally, but she's probably pretty interested in his seeking vengeance as well. Does that have a thrust or a direction?
Yeah, she has some. Her hat is in the game, kind of. She has some vested interest in this as your mission as well.
Yeah, I think so. Although I'm not entirely sure she's 100% on board with, and then I'm going to murder them back. But, that's up to you. You put that wherever you like it. But he's pretty dead set on how this needs to go down.
What do we think? Do you think she's fairly well off? Does she have a nice apartment, house?
We've got a lot of ritzy people. I think maybe she's more workaday.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. She's more tangible to me. It's mortality if she struggles with, maybe not struggles with like, I don't think she's impoverished, but I think she's definitely working class. Like, she's got to hold down a job. There are stakes whenever she helps Moonseek, which is why he's very
I think
hesitant.
We'll set this in the same time frame. So I think it's early evening, the sun's just setting, and she'd be coming back from her shift. Maybe something, a very unglamorous office work.
Oh, nice. I like that. Office work. I'm glad she's not a waitress or something. That's good.
Yeah.
I dig that.
And so she's tired and is coming back. Would you wait till she's home before knocking? Would you be in there already? Is this you?
Ooh, that's a little creeper. No, I think he'd meet her on the street. Yeah, he would be waiting outside so that she has a full choice of, like, oh, come in, that kind of stuff. That's not his style.
She's I think she's not really like looking where she's going until she's got pretty close to you and just like, Moon?
Molly?
Are you okay?
I'm dead.
Come on up.
Thank you.
She swipes a thing to get into the apartment building.
How's your day?
Exciting as ever.
I went into a vampire's lair today. It was very dangerous. Old church.
Vampires do that?
This one does, but I think she has a flair for the dramatic. The other vampire I know is much more sensible.
Clearly. Tea?
Yes, please.
She's never quite clear on offering food and things to you. Like, if you're just doing it you're just accepting out of politeness, or you have any need for these things or craving for these things?
His body doesn't process these things, but it's easy enough to evacuate tea. Food is a little problematic and is something he avoids, but he can eat if need be. It's just later it gets gross.
Okay. A cat kind of curls between your legs as she's making the tea.
Oh. How is Murky with cats? He's not a dog. I'll remind him he's not a dog. Remember, you said you're not a dog.
What were you expecting me to do? The
Nothing.
cat kind of definitely gives him there's a circle of space that the cat does not enter around Murky. But
Smart cat.
apart from that, it kind of just side glances at Murky and generally is trying to ignore his presence. More like
Could
puts
you
the tea down on the table.
perhaps have a treat or something for Murky? I hate to
I think I've got
impose.
some. I got a packet of hot dogs.
Oh, that will do nicely. Just one.
I suppose that will sustain this body. Here you go, Murky. And I think she throws it to him. And he
Smart
kind
girl.
of like watches it just thump, hit the ground. And then there's a different like, not, you don't hear a sigh, but there's that shoulder gets up and starts to eat the hot dog.
I've been able to coordinate a meeting with one of the men.
Are you going to? You know, we could go to the police.
We could.
I mean, I know that the whole dead thing, but I mean, just because you're alive again doesn't mean they're not doing other things. I mean,
I will attempt to ascertain if they are doing other things.
I mean, that I know. She I think she like is drinking tea. She kind of looks over to the board that she set up. That's by a cheap laptop. I think there's there's notes, details from videos, background details written up, and
She had the crazy string board. I love it.
Yeah, she basically has the crazy string board.
Sweet
thing she's trying to get a location from the videos. I mean, it would help if they stick to one location filming, but you
shouldn't subject yourself to watch those videos.
Right. I mean, somebody's got to figure out what who these people are, bring them to justice. I mean,
we're on the same page.
I would like to have that role.
What role would that be?
With spirit.
Oh, wait, what am I rolling?
You don't scare me.
Ah, sweet. Okay, cool. Awesome, perfect. I didn't. My brain was not thinking of that particular move, but I do. Yeah, good call. Oh, you have a mortal confidant who believes in your cause, and you go to your mortal confidant for solace, comfort, or protection. Roll with spirit. On a hit, they tend to your wounds and hide you from your enemies. Oh goodness, better not fail this. Come on. Oh yay! I rolled a 9 + 2 and 11. Clear my harm track. Keeping their eyes and ears on a 10+. They've been keeping their eyes and ears open for you. They tell you about an opportunity you can use against your enemies.
Yes. Oh. Imogen already marked one harm. I was just like, oh yeah, I should. Look, I mean, before you do anything drastic with this, I do have a lead. I mean, tell me before you plan to do something, please. Just give me an opportunity to try and talk you out of anything drastic.
What if you found out?
I managed to get one of the names of the guys on the video. I mean, that's not... And searching on the internet, I can't find an address for him. But I think I've got an address for someone in his family.
That's good. This could help. I have no
Mary
desire
Woods.
to put his... I'm not going to put his family in danger. This is personal. It is not a revenge that extends beyond those who've committed this act.
Okay. The usual email. Actually, do you have a computer? Or is it just a phone?
Just a phone. He's a very
But I mean,
mobile individual.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Actually, did we talk about it being an old flip phone?
Yeah, it is. It's an old flip phone.
You can still get email on an old flip phone. I mean,
God, it's
really
terrible.
bad.
Yes, it's the worst, but yes,
Yes.
sure. That sounds fun.
You can get email on that thing, can't you? By the way, you don't have that phone anymore. You have a smartphone.
Oh, I have a new phone. For now. Here. Shows it to him. I think he knows enough about phones. He doesn't know how he got into the phone, but he has access to the phone, and
Yeah.
he can set up. If you just set it up, that would be great.
Give me a sec. She's like, okay. There it is. And the address. Moon. Mary Woods. It's the mum of, well, he was in the video with you.
Okay. Thank you. Everything's all right for you, right? You're not in any trouble, any danger.
No, I mean, I try and keep my investigations pretty low key. Oh, no. I can look after myself. Moon. I might not have Murky, but you know, I got backup. She says as the cat jumps onto her lap and she scratches it behind the ear.
He sips the tea for a few minutes and then... Oh, I'm sure that you had plans this evening. I won't bother you any further.
If you... She gives you like kind of like this caring, worried look. I think she's never quite sure how, what you know, if you have others, she worries about you. And then you
I go.
head off into the night.
Good night. Be safe.
we should question the lady. The mother.
Oh, yes, of course.
She will give us answers, one way or another.
Yes, I don't want to put her in harm's way. I think perhaps a cover story of some kind. I'll think on it. Need to find where she is, and then I'll probably try to find where Mary Woods lives and then observe it for a while. And I think that's a good place to stop for me.
And I think we end with you observing through a window. I think you see Mary Woods being cared for by Rory Alexander Woods.
Oh shit!
I think she's. You can see she's in a bed that's like there's some medical apparatus. It's unclear what, but just there's a wheelchair beside the bed, and you can see the son is checking some sort of drip of some kind as he talks to the woman. And Murky, this does not change things.
It does not grant him redemption, but it does change things.
And then we fade to melancholy music and credits. That's good. Very quickly, should we do the end of session move, which is if you feel you've learned something meaningful about a faction, increase your score by 1, but decrease it by another faction by 1. We can add or change your depths as you need afterwards to save some time. Is anyone changing their faction scores?
No, I think that I learned enough from multiple groups that things staying where they are makes sense for me right now.
Yep.
I tried very hard to find more information about groups and failed because of dice.
Yeah.
I'm going to increase my mortality, which was a -2, to a -1. And because I'm a glutton for punishment, I'm going to decrease my power because I've had no interactions with them to a 0, which hopefully means next session. It definitely means the next time that we play, I'll be rolling with power, get to mark that faction, take an advance, and probably be rolling flat. So it may not go well.
I mean, we played a little late, but I mean, I can.
It's okay.
Have 15 minutes to do, or less, to do Roses and Thorns if we have time.
I'm afraid.
Yeah. Jin, you okay?
Yep. I will go in little video boxes order. Jan. Do Thorns first?
Yep. Sure. A thorn for myself. I had some trouble with figuring out which move would fit in which situation. There's a bunch of them.
You do have some extra stuff, don't you, as well? You have a bit of
well, that's the thing. But the thing is, for the scholar, there's a lot of moves that do something similar but not quite the same, and I'm not sure which one to use here. So that was
some of it involves more researching your own books or researching through other people. I think.
The XP system is still something that boggles me a little bit. I mean, I had for me it was fine this time because I already managed to get one extra faction marked last time. So this time I already rolled over at the start, and then during the session managed to mark 2 more. But I see that both Jen and Rich are still stuck at what they started with this session, and it's like, yeah, that's sort of what this system will do. Like, unless you do that one faction that you're for some reason not marked in yet, then yeah.
I mean, it's something I could I mean, it feels a little forced sometimes to do it, but I mean, I could very much push the wild at people who have still have got wild to do.
It's true that you can do that, but that's also it's not necessarily something that fits with the story then. So
exactly. But sometimes you can figure out how to make it fit.
No, I think that's it.
Jen?
I'm going to second the XP system problem because it does force you to try to engage with stuff that doesn't have that much to do with the story. Which, like, I can see why they want that to happen, but right now, Wild as a faction is really underdeveloped, and it's not where the story is.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I can definitely we could either discuss in chats using a difference powered by the Apocalypse XP system, or like Jan has just added into chat, more Fae.
I mean,
they're definitely something that's established, so it's definitely something that is going to come more in. But
yeah,
it's.
I feel like doing some of both is probably the right answer.
Well, we have a few weeks to decide if we want to, if we do a different XP system, which one, or just open it up to more things like just any move if it's involving somebody of that faction, not just the specific faction moves.
I feel like that's going to slow the game down a lot as we interrogate every single move for faction relevance.
Well, I mean, just literally like every move if it's involving
I think
any move.
I think like we could leave that to GM Fiat as well, where or MC Fiat in this case, I guess, where like if you feel it's appropriate that we get XP with that faction because we did a move with them, give it to us.
Sure. Yeah. Also, there's just a lot of womp womp kind of feeling that goes on with this experience system because it's like, oh, I've marked stuff that I've already had marked multiple times.
Yeah, I get to a thingy. Oh no, that's the same faction.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'm talking to vampires now. I get to mark knights, and now I'm talking to ghosts, and it's still night.
Yeah.
And it's still night. Yeah, and anyways.
Yeah.
I think that's enough banging on that drum.
Yeah. Anything else?
I forgot to take my meds this morning, so I'm going to do that right now.
Not much that I can do with that. With that one. Rich?
Well, I didn't dogpile, but I've got a dogpile. I don't like the XP system either. There we go. There.
I
trust that we can work through it and figure out a different way, and I'm not like frustrated. I just realized it's the third session, and I still don't have an advance. And not that requires, but I feel like the game is built for a much longer campaign length, and so it's not. It's
at least the upside being that you get an advance at the start of the next session.
That's true.
Yeah, I think we will do that, and then I think for the actual game, the next session we will the actual gameplay. I think we'll have either open it up or use a different system.
I just knew coming in. I have two misgivings about Urban Shadows. The first one being that one, and the second one being that like the sprawl of NPCs, which that's gonna lead to a rose, but I'll just hint that there's a rose going there. We had I'm glad that we had another like 2 PCs talking a few moments there, but again, it's one of those urban shadows. I don't know if this is a full thorn, just one of those like cautionary. Let's always make sure that we're kind of circling around and trying to have
But I specifically went for it then.
Yes.
A thorn for me, which was something I actually had in a note, but then did not follow through, which was kind of having a mid-break, having a break earlier. That was my bad.
You called it that our scene just went forever. That's as much me as it is you.
Yeah. Oh. And I was gonna do asking everyone who feels like they're not getting as much screen time, things like that, and try and adjust based on that. And I did not do that. I mean, I don't think I did as bad as spotlighting, not spotlighting another player as much as last session, but I think there's still can be improvement.
I did not have a thorn about screen time for player characters. I thought it was a pretty good mix.
I do have one other thorn I just realized.
Okay.
We need to lean into the corruption a bit more because we've been the 3 sessions and we're on like 0, 1, and 2 corruption. It's
and I think
pathetic.
Yeah.
And I do feel like the corruption is there as a temptation as well as a salve to the XP system. It's like, yeah, well, you're not going to get, but you could totally get some corruption moves. And I almost went for corruption with that one move, but when I rolled a 10 and I could say I don't take corruption, it just taking corruption there didn't feel right with his intent, but maybe I should have just because it's the system. So
I don't think the corruption always means kind of like, oh, I'm being evil as well. I think it's kind of it's a little bit like that. Power corrupts. It's like letting that kind of power flow through you, and
it's true. That's
really in the moment. Good intention.
It's interesting to get at least one corruption move.
Yeah. The corruption was really dope. Like I seriously like them. It's funny. I'm running Urban Shadows for my wife, and she's terrified because it has the word corruption in it. But I keep showing her like, you're a fae. Look at these cool fae things that you do with corruption moves. It's really cool.
Okay, Rose, does Jan?
Well, I had a lot of fun. I mean, I despite the fact that my dice were really against me today.
Like you.
No, God damn it! Like, I'll try to investigate this. No, that's not working out. And that's right. No. So yeah, that was. But I still had a lot of fun. And I like that's like I ended in a bad situation, and I started in a bad situation, and I ended in a bad situation.
Yeah.
So it's like, yay! And the dice helped for that as well, of course.
Yeah.
So.
They wanted you in a bad situation.
Oh yes.
Jen?
I enjoyed that one. We both got to use the killing jar a bit more this session for fun scenes, and also that I got to leave it to do stuff. I'm trying to keep a balance on that, so I think it's going well so far. Yeah, I enjoy the different developments that have been brewing this session. I liked the interactions with Raven this session. That was good. It's cool to see Molly in a scene. Yeah. And I like that a bit more of the who's who is shaping up. I know that Rich kind of worries about the NPC sprawl, but I'm like, man, these rosters need like 20 more people. I know it's ridiculous, but but really there are so many factions and groups and individuals that that need a bit more fleshing out, that need a bit more reality and space. But this session was good for building on that in a restrained way, I thought.
Should I pass over to Rich?
Yeah, for roses, I do like the sensible way that we as a group are collectively expanding the world. Like, we're not, like, occasionally we're throwing out some weird rando rumors out there, but they are things that we can interact with or leave be. It's just another aspect of the world, and I don't feel like that necessarily adds to too much bloat. I think we're doing a good job of keeping it under control. I don't know if I agree with Jen and the 20 more NPCs, but hey, I could be convinced, especially if they're 20 great NPCs. I really like Imogen. I think she's fascinating. I love seeing her world and seeing her in the Killing Jar, which is not based off of the Sushi and the Banshee song, I'm surprised to say, but still pretty fascinating. I looked up what a Killing Jar is. I didn't actually know. Now I know, and wow, it makes the club's name a little more terrifying. Rose to Jen for avoiding the savvy head trap of, yep, I'm just going to stay in my workshop, or the Maestro D trap, or every PBTA game has one, it seems. Oh, well, some of the first gens, and yeah, and you avoided it, and that's super good. Really like Shoddy and the bag interactions. Those are amusing to me because they're just so damn weird. I liked Raven a lot. She's one of my favorite NPCs, even though she's the worst. She's my kind of the worst.
She's kind of Jocelyn 2.0 from Monster of the Week.
She is. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Yes.
A little extra.
She's a little extra. She is a little extra something.
Yeah.
I find the vampires in this world and setting super fascinating. So that's a rose to Jen, because she kind of created that. But I love how you lean so hard into it with Raven and her being a more advanced, like, this is what you get to be there, Imogen. Enjoy your cuteness. That was fun. All in all, I've really enjoyed today's session. I find the characters just kind of jump off the page. The way that you're handling hard moves and on fails is really interesting. And the little gut punch that you did there with making Roy not the worst is good, or at least right now appearing to be have some humanity to him. Was pretty delightful. That was really good. I applaud. I'm the fan.
Sure something a good last little bit of information I didn't want it to be. Here's an address. That would have been, that would have fallen.
It was a good stinger. I was really happy with that ending. I'm glad we stuck around for it. Those are my roses.
Yeah. I really liked how everyone kind of folded back in on a lot of NPCs. Like, we're kind of certain ones we're kind of bringing to the forefront, and reusing, and I like that. Like, it, that kind of, we're kind of avoiding that bloat by bringing them back and making sure they're kind of fleshed out before we kind of bring in more from our list and focus more on others. And I really liked being able to add that kind of deal with some of the morale, just hint at the kind of morality of what Moonseek is planning to do. Add a little bit of a, maybe not doubt from him, maybe, but doubt directed at him from others. I love the Killing Jar and all who live within it, and all little details. And I I like how bad the last couple of days have been for Shardy. It is enjoyable. Yeah, I think we are now half an hour past the
That's
hour
okay.
alone time.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Do you want me to stop the broadcast here? So, as a reminder, viewers, the rest of April will be non-games from us. Sadly, we just couldn't get our schedules to align. We'll be right back in May to have some more Urban Shadows fun. Thank you all for watching.